It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we've got a pair of teams who not long ago had more Super Bowls than anybody else.
It's the boys and the 49ers on Sunday night.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Joined, as always, by Brock Heward up in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and tonight, we're going to see the pros battle through a heavy downpour. This could be a contest, Brock, where the team with fewer miscues because of this weather is the team that walks out of here with a win.
Yeah, I'll co-sign on that. I think that's great analysis. This is also a game as a player where you do have to flush the circumstances. You got to be aware of the wetness. You got to be aware of your gloves and your hands, everything else.
Yeah.
But you can't let it just be your sole focus, right? You've got to have the mental toughness to persevere through this pretty inclement weather.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go in Santa Clara. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. Second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Throwing again is Dak. Escapes the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Prescott now on third down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to get stopped for right around the 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's taken in by Lamb. This is ahead for about 5. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Prescott now to throw on third down. This ball's caught, but the football's loose. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Purdy throwing here to start. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Purdy throwing here on first. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running back sent in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On third down, Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be two hands on the football as they return to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. First down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by Fred Warner.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Prescott. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Prescott here from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here he goes on the bootleg. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. From the gun is Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he drives this forward to the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. To throw, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. Give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. One of the most common penalties in the sports, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. 2nd and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty. Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of the coordinator. And now on 3rd down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Cowboys. Hoping to put our first points on the board. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Dak now from the gun. Searches from the pocket. He's probably won't risk something here, just chucks it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's on the move. He can run it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Play action now with Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
They've run this 12-yard hot route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw, Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. They've got a man in motion. To throw again, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Moody knocks it through. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Turpin with a return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night matchup. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun is Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 36. He'll get this complete to Jennings. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They send a tight end in motion. Purdy setting up that play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Purdy looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Purdy throwing here. Pearsall there to grab it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Turpin with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's now the third sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think. How many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Prescott now to throw on third down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're now set for first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Escapes out to the left, and he's dropped. They got there for the sack, and that brings us to the end of this third quarter. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They go with Williams on the counter. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Couple yards there on second down, and now a long ways to go on third.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third and long, Prescott. He's on the move. He's running for it. Third and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
First and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
All right, here we go. Second down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Call it 3 thereabouts. They're left with third down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop
defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. It's about 43 yards for it. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First down throw by Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers up by 4. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Second and 6 coming up here. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Second down now, 7 to go. They stick with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. He's back to throw. Into the hands of Kittle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.